A side note before I start this video, I just want to say that I was very hesitant to share this video because Madison Beer expressed that she feels very upset by people telling her that she needs to rebrand and she has to do certain things to be taken seriously as an artist, and this is exactly what I discussed in this video. So I just want to let you know my intentions are not to bring her down or criticize her because she's an amazing artist and I really love her and appreciate her. So Madison Beer dropped her third studio album, Lock It, very recently. And a lot of people on TikTok are debating on why she didn't leave Zakia Salim yet, and many of them got it wrong. So I decided to give my opinion on the reason why she's not mainstream yet. The thing with Madison Beer is that she's close, but she's not fully there yet. And there's literally one reason only. And it's not that she's too pretty. In fact, it's an amazing factor. On top of that, her voice is insane. No one out of the new girls can sing like her. But when you're not mainstream, the people outside of your fan base don't know who you really are. And that's when your style and aesthetic comes to play. The truth is, her being too pretty is what kept her slightly recognizable all over the years, because it's the only thing about her brand that stands out. You can't deny it. Her face guard is so lethal. Other than that, she doesn't have a signature look to associate her with. And I know the industry is so cruel for women. If they stick to one aesthetic, they are boring. If they switch it a lot, they have no identity. But as an artist, you gotta find manipulative ways how to express yourself differently while maintaining who you are at your core. And I'm saying this as a fan of Madison since 2020. I don't really know who she is at her core, visually and sonically. I know that she tends to lean into making sad songs instead of badass songs. I know that she's into otherworldly, alien, cartoonish, soft, vintage kind of aesthetics, but she never fully committed to that. In fact, she never commits to one thing. In her last album that she released back in 2023, it's called Silence Between Songs, she did many music videos in that era, and each one had a complete different aesthetic than the other. Don't get me wrong, you can switch aesthetics each era, but you can't do that in one era. And if you want to, you have to find ways how to mix everything together and create a signature aesthetic for that era that's been inspired by many aesthetics. It just has to make sense. You can try many sounds and styles, but at your core, you gotta stay the same. For example, Lana Del Rey's whole vibe is very emotional, old Hollywood coded, but she did many songs that are low-key sexy that no one expected. I mean, there was a time when she moaned on stage each time she performed this one specific song called Serial Killer. But it all made sense because she did it her way. And I know a person can change, but when you're a celebrity, you're not really allowed to, because you're gonna confuse people. So I get it. But even when it comes to a situation like this, I guess that's why rebranding yourself exists. You do a drastic change that suits your new self and you can stick with it, and somehow people will respect it. Maybe not your old fans, but you're for sure gonna get new ones that will do. So yeah, I feel like when you're famous, you gotta find strategic ways how to grow your success without being inauthentic and losing yourself. And I feel like that's what Madison Beer needs to do. She needs to find a signature look an aesthetic, an overall sound and vibe that feels true to her at the moment and stick with it, just so people can recognize her. And when it's time for a new era, she can definitely change, but she needs to find who she is at her core, or she will never go mainstream and get taken seriously, in my opinion. Because people don't really realize how sickening her voice is. She outsings any new girl we have now. And the only reason why people don't know that yet is because she's not big enough to perform at big award shows and flaunt her talents, period. But at the end of the day, I do understand why she doesn't really care, because she's famous, she's rich, and she has a fan base that's low-key loyal to her. And if you were in her place, I don't think you would really fucking care. I mean, she's not underground. She literally performed at Victoria's Secret a few months ago. So I feel like it's really not that deep as Twitter stan culture obsessed people are making it out to be.